Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Astrology Dome. My name is Galit, and today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to give you a heads up to what's coming up in April, because April is going to be a really strong month in astrology, just like March. I think March and April are the pivotal month of this year, setting us up to many, many new advancements and new shifts and really accelerated growth in our spiritual evolutionary being and path on this journey. So I'm recording this video on April 1st, and I want to talk to you about what's coming up and kind of give you some dates and what's going to come up in each of those dates and how is it significant to our development. Let me share my screen with you so we can all look at the chart, and I will keep progressing the chart through April. So this is a chart for now, April 1st, 2023, and it's cast for Los Angeles. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to talk about houses. I'm just going to talk about the energies. And as you can see, we start April with a lot of Aries energy. We have the Sun and Chiron together with Jupiter and Mercury in Aries. So the month starts with focus on us as individuals, on what it is that we want to do. We're healing. We all are healing our identity, or actually, I should say, we're redefining what it is that we came here for, what it is that we want to express, what it is that we want to do in this lifetime, on this journey at this point in time. And since we all been through so much change, this is the time to redefine that self-identity. And we all are stripping all that falseness and kind of limiting beliefs and letting them go to become more true to ourselves. And this is what the Sun in Aries is doing for us together with Chiron. Chiron is that wounded healer saying it's time to assume that strong, courageous new identity of yours, the new version of yourself. Together with Jupiter in Aries, this is really going well. We're getting more optimistic and we're getting more expansion. We're getting the knowledge we need. We become wiser because we also get a lot of more courage, because Jupiter is that expansion, good luck, optimistic factor in our life, giving us the ability to be more optimistic about the outcomes that we are starting. This month and last month, March and April, and actually all 2023 is a year of really big grand endings and huge new beginnings. It's a pivotal shifting year. Everything is accelerated, that's true, but there is still a fork in the road that is happening right now for us. And one path leads to ending and closing parts of our life that were very prominent in our life for many, many years. And the other path leads to grand new beginnings of choosing something else that is much more in alignment with who we are right now. So this is what's happening. And whenever we have big endings and we have to let go, there is also a sense of loss and kind of having to let go of something that was prominent in our life. So we feel as if we're losing something, even losing parts of ourselves. And starting a new beginning, that path leads to many excitement and opportunities that are coming our way. So it is giving us that hope and optimistic feeling of excitement that we're starting something new. Both are true for us right now. So we are kind of in the middle of those roads. So this is how April starts today, with a lot of Aries energy saying, you go, you start. It's a big bang. We just had the equinox. We had the new moon in Aries at 0 degree Aries, right on the Aries point, which is really important. We had Saturn transiting into Pisces. This happened on March 7th. And Saturn will stay in Pisces for 2.5 years. So we have quite a while to go. It is just starting its transit through Pisces. And Saturn's function in Aquarius was to show us, where do we belong in society? Where is our tribe? Who are our friends? Who are the people that surround us? And what is our role in our society? Because, you know, Aquarius and Leo are about self-expression. Leo is the individual self-expression, and Aquarius is how we come in society and we provide value to others. So it's self-expression together with others. So Saturn's part in transit through Aquarius was to show us what it is that we bring to the group, what kind of a group we want to belong to, and who are we aligning with. Obviously, it relates to networking and finding who your tribe is. But now it moved into Pisces, and Saturn in Pisces will connect us deeply into ourself, back inside, where Aquarius is more social, it's out there. Pisces is more internal, inside, emotions, and connect us with the ability to feel more compassion towards others. If the transit through Aquarius was that time of connecting with many others, we found many others that have stories, that have pain, that have challenges, and now it's the time to develop more compassion and understand that we are all in this together. And Saturn in Pisces will teach us that compassion and maybe help us elevate ourselves into a place of more unconditional love. Amen to that. Obviously, more creativity, definitely, much more spirituality, and maybe Saturn in Pisces will help us create more of a structure around the spirituality practices that we're doing, because it's easy to get lost in Pisces. Pisces has no boundaries, so we can keep searching for all kind of spiritual journeys without doing anything. But with Saturn transit through Pisces, I'm sure we're all going to create a much more feasible and structured plan for how we practice spirituality on a daily basis and how we incorporate spirituality into our daily life, how actually we create our relationship with the world and our manifestation process in an intentional, more aware way. I think that's what Saturn in Pisces will do for us. The other big thing that was happening in March was Pluto's entry into Aquarius, which happened on March 23rd. Now, this is a sneak preview because Pluto is only going to stay until June 11 in Aquarius. So we get to peek what it is that Pluto wants us to know. We're getting a glimpse, a preview. Then it will go back retrograding into Capricorn, helping end those big grand endings I was talking about, because we have shifted. We no longer buy into the old structure of things, into the top-down hierarchy, into the old structures of our tradition, of our life. Things have changed. We have upgraded, and we need to upgrade all the systems that we belong to, but we also need individually to upgrade what it is that we believe that the structure of our life should be. We have different priorities now. Maybe our values have shifted with Uranus in Taurus, which probably is doing that job, helping us see and strip away what's not important and keep what it is that is important for our security, for our sustainability in Taurus, and helping us reevaluate what it is that is important in life and what's not. So that Pluto going back into Capricorn, helping us finish and close the door on many structures, long-term structures and long-term ways that we were living our life, and saying, that was good until now, thank you, but now I need to reinvent myself. I need to create a new path that is more aligned and more in congruence with my soul's urge. Because Pluto is squaring the nodes. If you can see, Pluto is at 0 degree Aquarius, squaring the south node at 4 degrees Scorpio, and the north node at 4 degrees Taurus. So south node is where we're coming from collectively, and those are the things we're closing, we're cleaning, we're cleansing, we're letting go of, and that is in Scorpio a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of feeling out of control, feeling controlled by others, giving power to others. We don't want that anymore. We've graduated. We get the message. And we also get the message that in order to heal that on a collective scale, we need to take responsibility and heal that in our individual chart. So wherever Scorpio is in your chart, this is what you were healing. And obviously, if it does any major aspect to any of your personal planets, you can get some good pointers to what you're working on. Now, the 4th degree Taurus is somewhere in your chart as well. And this is where the collective is heading towards. We are all heading towards more sustainable financial structures and systems on the planet, especially with Uranus here doing the job of changing and creating awarenesses regarding the current financial system that we have. And we see a lot of change. We see banks closing their doors, and on the other hand, we see cryptocurrency coming up, and other governments around the world considering to have one currency, a digital currency to their countries. So there is a major shift in perception of what it is that we call the financial system, and how secure is it, and is it the only way to look at finance? Maybe we are reinventing that system as well. But for us as individuals, somewhere you have Taurus in your chart, and this is where you want to be really secure and have sustainability for yourself, and you're building your own financial system, but this time in a sense of what is really important. Do we have to do the rat race and compete with the Jones, right? Compete with the neighbors and have those luxury cars and luxury houses? Or maybe we should work smart or less and have more free time? Because what is quality of life? Taurus, what is it for us? We are reconfiguring what it means, and how much energy do we really need to put out there in order to be able to afford this kind of a lifestyle? Obviously, if you want to have billions of dollars in your bank account, you will need to exert a lot of effort, versus if you are saying, well, all I need is 1, 2, 3, and you make a feasible plan, a really solid plan like Taurus like to do. Maybe you can work smart and have more free time and create more balance between work and play. These are all considerations that are going through the collective mind at the moment, and probably through your life, my life, and everybody else, because it's important for us to enjoy life's journey and not just to be working for the money to make ends meet or to support a certain lifestyle that may not even be the lifestyle that we want. So right now we're figuring out, this is part of the shaping of the new identity. We're figuring out what kind of lifestyle do we want? What is the journey that we want to take? And even if we don't know, we at least can have some ideas about it by now through all the changes we were going through. Mars in Cancer is finally out of Gemini after 7 months of giving us way too much information, but probably necessary information to continue the journey. There are no mistakes in the transit in the sky. That's the beauty of astrology. It's all on time at the right time. And so Mars in Cancer is saying, how can you be more emotionally secure? How can you feel more emotionally secure? Because the way we feel would be the way we make decisions. It will influence that. And then the way we take action, which Mars is the action. So if we're not secured, and Cancer can be afraid, right? Wants to hide in its shell in order to protect what's not secured out there. And we went through a period of really feeling insecure with COVID. I mean, a global pandemic. We never experienced that before in this day and age. So it was putting us in a place of being unsafe, Cancer. And so maybe that transit for Mars in Cancer is to help us look at the places that are still afraid, and maybe help us take care and nurture, Cancer, those places to become more secure within ourselves, therefore create better decision and create better actions in our life. Now let me progress the chart a little forward so we can see what's coming up. On April 3rd, Mercury is entering Taurus and will stay there for the month of April, and will go retrograde at the end of April. I will talk about that, but let's check out this chart for April 6th. And April 5th or 6th, depends where you live, we have a full moon in Libra, and this full moon is taking place at 16 degrees of Libra. Where is it in your chart? Because this is going to be highlighting something really important for you, that Libra place, that relationship place, that needs more balance. That's what this full moon is all about. It seems like we are being healed. We're healing our identity. Again, that Chiron conjunct the sun, conjunct Jupiter. We're becoming more optimistic. We have a permission to go. This is like a green light. You go now. You do you. But don't forget that there are others in the world, and you need to bring balance, because the full moon is always about that axis of one side and the other side looking at each other, bringing more awareness to both sides. So if you want to do you, but you want to feel healed and happy and in alignment with yourself, you also need to remember that there are others in the world, in your life. You have relationship to many, many other people, all kind of relationship. Are any of those relationships needing work or more balance, or maybe something is coming up in those relationships? How can you navigate and still keep your identity, still keep what it is that you want to achieve? However, put yourself in other people's shoes and see what's the other point. It's always good. This is what Libra is really good at, looking at the other person's point of view and realizing that everybody has a point of view, and justice is really somewhere in the middle. So this full moon is actually about the polarity between me and you. And it's also about bringing more balance to self, because we all need to cultivate balance all the time. Sometimes we go so much to one direction and we need to come back and do some work and go to the other direction and go to, you know the drill, right? You know that balance is always good, because when we're out of balance and we become extreme in one direction, we get too intense and we may see not such positive reactions from our surrounding and in our life. So bring yourself back to that middle point and ask yourself, where in my life I can have more balance and benefit from that. I do have a video about the Libra full moon on my YouTube channel, and I will post a link in the descriptions to this video so you can check it out. Overall, Mercury is conjunct the North Node at the time of this full moon, saying this is the direction you need to go. It's ruled by Venus, right? The North Node and Mercury ruled by Venus, which is the ruler of Taurus. And so is the moon ruled by Venus. Where is Venus? Venus, she's in Taurus. She just met Uranus that said, change, check your values, bring fresh air, bring innovation, understand the bigger picture of what is really important in your life. What does it mean to live a sustainable, peaceful, harmonious life? Can you direct your intention that way? Maybe it's a good pointer for us to look at this point in time in the full moon. So full moon, as you know, is always intense, especially the 2 days or a day leading to the full moon, where the moon is still waxing, building energy, and we feel heightened energy. Take it easy, see what you have to see, realize what you have to realize. If you like doing rituals, do your ritual, full moon ritual. That will be nice. But overall, it's also a point of culmination. It's kind of like graduating to the next level, seeing where you come from, what you have let go, what you have managed to build so far. Give yourself some compliments about what you managed to build so far, where you are, how far you've come, because you have come a long way, and continue moving forward, letting go of what needed to let go, realizing what you need to let go and let it go, so you can come up clean to the next big bang, which is a solar eclipse on April 20th at 29 degrees of Aries. This is the first solar eclipse in the axis, in the set of Aries Libra. So this full moon is actually bringing us that energy of that set, Libra Aries, that axis, because we are going to experience the eclipses for the next year and a half in that set, Aries and Libra. So the nodes, you know, the nodes are always retrograding. They're going backwards. They are going to go backwards into Aries and Libra axis, and we're going to experience the eclipses in that axis. So that means that axis, those houses that you have Aries and Libra in your chart, are going to be highlighted in the next year and a half. Where is it for you? Pay attention. Let me progress the chart forward and see what's coming up. On April 11, Venus is entering Gemini. And right after that, on April 13th, we have a last quarter moon. Now, I follow the moon all the time. And the quarters, or new moon, first quarter moon, full moon, and last quarter moon are really important. Things are showing up for us. Last quarter moon is always about realizing something that has ran its course, shifting perception in order to finish something and preparing for the new cycle. So let's see what the symbolism is. And we have the moon at 23 degrees Capricorn. This is the last quarter phase. It's not a first quarter phase. Please pay attention. It's a totally different energy than the first quarter stage. This is an ending energy because the moon is waning already, losing its light. So 23 degrees Capricorn squaring 23 degrees Aries Sun together with Jupiter again. So this is the happy couple here, Jupiter and the Sun together in Aries, saying everything is possible. Let's move forward. Let's create something new, become entrepreneurs, and have this happy feeling of prosperity and expansion. And the Capricorn moon is approaching Pluto, if you can see here. And it's in Capricorn, which is a much more traditional and practical sign, saying, well, you've come a long way, that is true, but now it's time to build your security. Make a plan, be practical, know where you're going. Maybe let go of old ways of approaching Pluto, creating more transformation and change. But be practical and sensible about it, because you want to create results, right? Capricorn always wants to create results. So if you want to start something with all that jolly optimism of Jupiter, the moon and Pluto and Capricorn are saying, make a plan, know where you're going, let go of something that's not working, and continue. You will get there, but you need to create some sort of transformation and change something in the way you were doing things until now. So this is going to be a pivotal time for you in the cycle in April, thinking what it is that I need to shift, what it is that I need to let go. Awareness. You'll start implementing it in the next cycle. Let's move forward. So this is the solar eclipse happening on April 20th at 12:12. Those of you that like the double digits, here you go, symbolism 12:12. And we have 29 degrees for the sun and the moon, 29 degrees and 50 minutes of Aries. As you see, this is kind of the midpoint between Jupiter and the North Node where we're going, Jupiter expansion, wisdom, beliefs, values, and the sun and the moon in the middle in Aries are culminating. 29 degrees, the anoretic degree of the cardinal signs, is an important degree of any sign, but definitely in cardinal, definitely in Aries, which is the first sign, the entrepreneur, the sign that defines who we are, the inner child, and that sign that wants to go and start something new. And this is a culmination point saying, you're ready. You are ready. If the last new moon was at 0 degree Aries, which is a new beginning, it's a baby, it doesn't know yet, no consciousness yet. 29 degrees is a master. It's somebody that went through the 30 degrees of that sign and created master knowledge. And so we know where we're going now much better than before, and it's a solar eclipse. So there is a lot of energy. It's major, it's life-changing. It's saying you're ready for your next step of evolution. Yay. Is it really yay? Maybe it's frightening, right? Because whenever we start a whole new path, a whole new journey, a whole new road, it doesn't mean that we let go of everything in the past. We don't usually burn all our bridges. Sometimes we do, but not always. But still, it is a scary thing because we don't know what the future will bring. And we have some plans and some assumptions, but we don't really know. We live life as it goes, right? Every day is a new day. But I think that this is a representation of something well-earned. We've done our work. We've done homework. And we are living in a different age now. Pluto is in Aquarius and Saturn is in Pisces. This is different vibration. We have kind of leaped into a new place, a new vibrational universe, or at least existence. And we get the understanding that we are vibrational beings. Saturn in Pisces saying, you are swimming in a sea of frequencies, of vibrations, and now you start to understand that you are creating your life intentionally or unintentionally. But when you create your life unintentionally, you get poor results. But if you create your life intentionally, you start seeing miracles happening in your life. And that is Saturn in Pisces, the ability to create miracles, to heal on a different level, deeper, to manifest on a different level, deeper, better. But you got to have a structure, you've got to have intention, you got to have a plan, you got to say and voice what it is that you want in order to see that happening in your life. And Saturn in Pisces will teach us what is your specific process to manifest that new beginning. This is a new beginning. You've mastered something, you're moving to the next level. It's like in a video game. You collected all those points, and now a whole new level is opening up for you. What are you going to do in the beginning? It's an unknown territory. You got to check out what's happening, but it's very exciting. Let's not forget that together with the 29 degrees comes a big ending. It's a new beginning, but it's the big ending. Again, that theme of the year of 2023, big new beginnings, big endings. So one comes with the other. One door closes, 7 other doors are opening. So this is the solar eclipse. I will post a whole video about this solar eclipse. So if you subscribe to my channel, you will get a notification when it's up and you can listen to that. Let's move forward now. On April 21, Mercury is going retrograde at 15 degrees of Taurus, just after the sun went into Taurus. So we have Sun in Taurus, North Node in Taurus, Mercury in Taurus, Moon in Taurus, and Uranus in Taurus. You got to admit, this is a lot of Taurus energy, and we are preparing to be financially secure. We are preparing to lay down the foundation for our life. We are preparing to have a more simple and real life, something that talks to us, that is natural. What does Taurus want? Taurus wants to have a really good life, enjoy the senses, be in nature, and be more natural and peaceful. Taurus wants to bring peace. Taurus wants to be practical, to be sensible. The house that has Taurus on the cusp in your chart is the house that you want to have pleasure, to enjoy. Taurus likes to enjoy the physical reality of things. Very simple. Be here now and enjoy it. It's our resources. It's what we value. It's the way we do the physical body. It's enjoyment. What brings you joy? And can you simplify your life to include those important things and just forget about the rest of the noise? Clean it up. Simple is better. It's kind of this understanding of coming back to a simple, more sustainable, better life. Obviously, Taurus loves luxury as well. Yes, it is ruled by Venus and it loves beautiful things, but does beauty have to be expensive? This is a question. Does quality, Taurus is all about quality, have to be expensive? What is quality for you? Those are all good questions to ask, because the moon is exalted in Taurus. The moon loves to be in Taurus, and it feels secure in Taurus. It feels grounded. How can you be more grounded in your life? So Mercury, together with the moon, the same degree with the moon, is asking you those questions. How can you feel more safe, more grounded, more in alignment with the natural life that you came into experience on this planet, with the resources, with nature around you? How can you connect more to that and see how it makes you feel when you go barefoot on the beach, or when you go hiking, or when you go to the forest and smell the trees and smell the flowers? What does it do to you? I think it is kind of putting us back in alignment with the vibration of the planet, with being a physical, biological creatures that live on this earth. Less mental, more physical, but relaxed physical. Enjoy a good bath, enjoy a massage, enjoy eating a good meal. How much pleasure can you derive from doing all those things? So I think that Mercury retrograde, starting with the moon here, is saying, take care of your inner emotions, take care of your inner self, and pamper yourself, that inner person inside, and love yourself, and take good self-care, take good care of yourself. And you know, the eclipses for the last year and a half, and the nodes were in that axis of Taurus Scorpio. So maybe it's the time to move away and take all the good tips and ideas that we have been learning about our Taurus Scorpio axis and implement them into our life, into our daily routine, into what we do as a part of our everyday life. Mercury will stay in Taurus, retrograding all the way until 5-degree Taurus. And then that's going to happen on May 20th. And then it will go direct, continuing its journey. Let's move forward. And so April ends with the first quarter moon on April 27. It's going to take place at 7 degrees Leo. Right here, you can see the square between the sun at 7 degrees Taurus to the moon at 7 degrees Leo. This is a first quarter square. It is a building square. It is a waxing square. The energy is growing, and you are propelled to take some sort of an action. It's called crisis in action. When you follow the moon, you know those energies when they come. And so this day and the day before, probably April 26th, you would feel that urge to take action upon that new beginning, that new sustainable way of life that you are creating for yourself. Do something about self-love, self-care, as we said, and proceed forward. So this is another day to pay attention to. It is in conjunct to Saturn, saying you got to instill more trust in yourself. What it is that you would like to self-express, the Leo moon. How do you want to see yourself having more joy, enjoying life more? This is Leo. After all, the moon is in Leo, wanting to enjoy life and play like a child, play like a kid. Be responsible, Taurus, be responsible, be reliable, but have that feeling inside of joy and play, because when we are connected to those kind of feelings, we can shine our light better, and then we can give that light to other people, because light is contagious, and it's great to give your light to others. And that happy beaming energy of Leo, of allowing yourself to shine, will give permission for others to shine as well. So that's April, quite a month, interesting, going to move us from one place to the other and continue our journey. March and April are important months because there's a lot of happening. Many planets are moving signs, their energies are changing. We have eclipses, and May as well. We see a lot of division around the planets at the moment, and that division is actually Pluto bringing up the shadow of 29 degrees Capricorn of the old existing structures that are, or they're parts of those structures that are oppressive, in order for us to see that and say, no more, we don't want that. We want freedom, right? Aquarius, we want to change. Aquarius, we want to do things in a different way and bring new ideas and new abilities for us to function as society in a much more equal and fair way for the greater good of all. So that's the backdrop of this year. We have to let go of things that are not working, and we'll see, and we see already, people that have done wrong and have acted not in fair and just ways being pointed out and maybe paying the price for their way. And we see so many new initiatives on the planet for communities that are self-sustaining, that are bringing new inventions, that are creating more ways to be together and create together. And instead of compete with each other, collaborate with each other. Just imagine just that shift. Instead of competing, you decide to put your intention on collaborating. How much more growth we can experience individually and collectively. Enjoy your transition. And as always, please take care of yourself and become the best version of yourself today and every day. I will see you next time.